So if you're interested, !Patreon. You get replay packs, you get Discord roles, you get notifications, you get all that good stuff if you want to support us. As we jump into our next series, and it's going to be a best of one. And here we go, spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have the best player in all of India representing Alpha X. It is Demi. And spawning in the top left hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have his opponent. We have the best player in all of Hong Kong, the blue Zerg player representing the Juggernauts. It is GogojOey. Here we go. Catching up in the chat. I love that the chat was joining in, trying to predict what Miyamako is doing. Let's go, Poppy. Let's go. But yeah, I can confirm, as people are asking in the chat, Sayark, he is an AoE 4 player now. Sayark, for a long time, he was a Japanese Terran player, and was the best player in Japan for a long time. But Sayark did switch over to Age of Empires when that did come around. Oliveira's too afraid. True, Poppy, true. He's too scared, Poppy. He's too scared. But as a reminder, this is a best of one, not a best of three, so it all comes down to one game between these two players. The winner will move on to face Oriana in the next round, as Oriana is waiting in the lower bracket finals. Let's go. And we can see some pretty standard openers. Hatch gas pool all around. No early pools, no early gases, nothing too crazy to kick things off, thankfully. Drinking some water. It's been a long day of casting, Pappy. It's been a long day. As yeah, from here we're just going to be looking to saturate our bases, nothing too crazy. Demi's going for his own third base as well, and so is GogojOey. Third bases are on time. Behind this, we should be seeing a Baneling Nest thrown down shortly as well. We do have the gas for it, as we have it pulled back in for the most part. And there it is, Baneling Nest is on the way for GogojOey. So this is as standard as ZvZ can get, which is refreshing, to be honest, because we've had some pretty aggressive and pretty wild ZvZs already tonight. I highly recommend checking out the VODs. We did just cast Miyamako versus Demi, and we also casted Miyamako versus GogojOey as well. And there was a lot of chaos. There was a lot going on there. Demi is intentionally delaying his Baneling Nest, though. No Baneling Nest whatsoever. It looks like Demi may want to skip Banelings and go straight into Roaches, which is a very bold thing to do. Very risky indeed, because GogojOey, he's making a swell of lings right now. We've got 12 lings in production. He's going to be swarming across the map as we speak, and Demi won't have a Baneling Nest to defend. I'm a little bit shocked. We have the gas. There we go. Roach Warren is on the way. Looks like Demi is looking to defend on two bases. He's going to have to give up his third. There we go. The third is under threat. Demi, he lets it finish. Ooh, will not get the cancel off, and as a result, that is 300 minerals down the drain for Demi. Behind this, GogojOey is content to just drone and saturate from here. And 'twas a risky move from Demi, and as a result, he's going to be losing some value here, some resources. We do see a Baneling Nest hidden behind the natural, though. This is interesting. This almost looks like a two-base all-in with a Roach Bane. Oh, that was not a wall! With a Roach Bane bust, but the wall is not a wall. Demi, no! The Roach Warren was a bit misplaced. The Banelings do roll on forward. They don't get into the mineral line. Thankfully, this could have been so much worse. Oh my god. It looked like GogojOey, it was like he couldn't believe what was happening. He was like, oh my god, I got in. And he was panicking. He didn't know what to do when he got in. Thankfully, Demi does pull the workers away and he does keep them alive. But again, that could have been disastrous. Oh my god. As we get a full scout of the main and the natural, we see all of the gases, and Demi is gonna try and squeeze out some mutas. Let's go. Let's go, Bobby. Oh boy, and yeah, we'll see how this all kind of unfolds here. I mean, the muta play is going to be really risky, obviously, here from Demi, but we'll see if he can get away with it, as he's going to be skipping out on his upgrades, he's going to be skipping out on roaches as well, he's going to be preserving as much of his gas as possible to get into those mutas. Meanwhile, GogojOey back at home is working towards a +1 roach push. Demi, he's going to be in a bit of trouble. just a little bit, Papi, just a little bit. Well, there's a window where GogojOey can push out before too many mutas pop, and where Demi will be the most vulnerable. But if Demi can survive long enough, then, you know, he'll be able to get away with this. He'll be able to gain that map control as well. Boy. As GogojOey is waiting for another wave of these roaches. I have to reply to this comment. Oh my god, we always have to bring up the fact that me and Micah did 2-0 Maru at LAN. Did happen at WSG. But here we go, the mutas are arriving here, and they're going to be able to slow down these roaches, but a little bit too late. The roaches are rushing across the map. Again, this is the danger of trying to go 2-base muta, because you have nothing on the ground to defend, and these roaches are going to be able to bust on through the wall. Still not a wall. And GogojOey is looking to run away with this. At the same time, a bit of a link counterattack here towards the third base. GogojOey may be losing some workers, but Demi is losing so much more as the Spire falls and the roaches are getting into the main. Ay, ay, ay. Not like this, Papi, not like this. Natural will fall, drones are falling left and right. The mutas will eventually clean this up. The mutas will eventually reign supreme, but at the cost of everything else. We still have one full mining base here at the third, I guess. But behind this, GogojOey, he's got a Hydra Den. We've got Hydras on the way. We've got our upgrades on the way as well. As long as we have enough spores in position, GogojOey shouldn't sustain too many losses from the counterattack. We'll see. Mutas are rushing on out. We have the map control. Demi, his drone count isn't too disastrous. You know, he's okay. He's okay economically. These mutas, though, they got a lot of work to do. They got a lot of work to do, Papi. Here we go. Mutas, they dive in towards the main base. At least the gas geyser will fall, which is something. It will impact the overall Hydra production here of GogojOey. But looking at the units tab, we have 10 Hydras already. We have spores as well. We can't move out, though. This is premature. GogojOey, he's going to lose every single one of these Hydras. GogojOey pulling the trigger a little bit too soon. We'll be trading with the mutas, though, so maybe that was worth it. Looking at the units lost tab, we throw away 9 Hydras, and we get 7 mutas. Bearing in mind that these are Hydras that GogojOey can replace. Demi, not so much. He can't really replace these mutas. Well, because the Spire was killed. The Spire was killed. Ay, ay, ay. Not like this. So overall, still a better outcome for GogojOey. As he's saturating his 3 bases, moving his spores out as well, just securing his position. We can see back across map, Demi is slowly recovering economically, like his drone count is getting back up. But as Demi's been droning, GogojOey has been making an army. That's the difference here. The army supply does tell a story. GogojOey has an immense army to work with, and Demi is still struggling to build anything right now. He's got Ling Bane to defend. And Ling Bane, the goal here, as we did have a bit of a run by, the goal here is for the Banelings to detonate on the Hydras, and then the mutas will clean everything else up. But the roaches are here as a buffer. The roaches have arrived. The Bailings, they try to run past, and they will not get the connections that they're looking for. GG gets called. And GogojOey will take the series 1-0. GG, well played. Unfortunately, it was a best of 1, not a best of 5. Feels bad, man. So we only get one game between these two players, but what a game that was. GG, well played. Congratulations, GogojOey moves on to the lower bracket finals. Demi, it is his tournament run that has ended. We do have to say farewell as Demi does bow out, and we are down to only 3 players left. Only 3.